You cannot say for certain how things like hurricane intensity, temperatures, and sea level rise will change over the next 50 years due to climate change. First off, you cannot predict the future. You can't predict tomorrow, you can't predict a week from now, you can't predict 10 years from now, let alone 50 years from now. There's way too many variables, and especially you can't even do that with climate change because there are so many variables, and it's an incomplete science. When I go about saying that, it means that there's way too many variables and everything's kind of interconnected like a huge web, and we only have bits and pieces of the puzzle, and there's many more that are still yet to be found. We do know some of the sources, but there is a lot of variables with climate change. You can't just point your finger at one thing and say that one thing is the issue, because that one thing could have 10 other things influencing it, and those things could have things influencing it, and there's no way that you can truthfully say that one thing is the main driver for climate change. Now, this leads to uncertainty. There is a ton of uncertainty with climate change. And one of the biggest things with this uncertainty behind climate change is because it is incomplete. And with this being incomplete, it kind of shows that how all human models are not really duplications of reality. They're only interpretations. There's no way to be 100% certain on those models for the issues of climate change, or for pretty much any science for that matter. Another thing with climate change is that it's a science it thrives off of disagreements. A lot of this is driven to monetary means, political means, industrial, all these agendas that they have been funded, or it's their outlook depends on climate change. I mean, a gas company is not going to sit here and be all for saying that climate change is happening and they need to change their whole outlook on how their companies ran when their main service is gasoline, which emits greenhouse gases. They're not going to sit there and deny it. I mean, they're not going to sit there and be for climate change. They're going to be against it. They have an investment in it. They have to make their money. But this does go to say that climate change is a science that is full of that is incomplete. There's no way it's complete, and it probably never will be complete until it's too late, or that I doubt it even be complete. There's no way. I think it will always be incomplete. There's always going to be one other thing that's going to be tied into it. But thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video.